Another day, another dollar. You already know. Just curious about what y'all think these companies so greedy for. I know somebody gonna be like, this gonna be a short life. I know exactly why they greedy. Cause they want a lot of money. Duh. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about it today. Why y'all think these companies are so greedy? We just gonna come up with some stuff. We might even be able to come up with a solution or at least a way to spot a greedy company. Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, I think I do got a few ways to spot a greedy company. We must wait on some people to get in here, click in, and take them a little while longer on YouTube. Cause who's up scrolling this time of morning? You know what I'm saying? So we definitely gotta wait it out for some people to jump in, or we could just get started and talk to ourselves and let people watch the recap. Basically, I think that companies are so greedy is because nobody holds them accountable. Everything is always going on the driver, man. Like it's absolutely insane how much the driver has to take the fault for everything that happens. If the truck is down, it's the driver's fault. If the load is late, it's the driver's fault. If if um if a headlight went out after you did your pre-trip and you en route, guess whose fault? The driver's fault. Now I know there's a lot of people out there that's like, but they get the company too. The company, yes, that's absolutely true. The company does get points. If you get found, if you fail a DOT inspection, if you get pulled over and you get an inspection and they find a couple things, you're absolutely right. The company does get points. But let me show you the difference between drivers getting points and companies getting points. Now, I would think that the company with the 77 trucks, 500 trucks, 1,000 trucks, 2,000 trucks, 5,000 trucks would be held more accountable, but they're not. So put it like this, okay? You got Nick and you got CRA, all right? So Nick is out there driving, he minding his own business, and he's barely making enough. He signed on to a company, and they give him 90 cents a mile. Now, it's like 125 dollars. Okay, there we go, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. It disconnected. So, like, if you're making $1,500, how much you gonna put up for yourself? How much you gonna put up for your truck? How much you gonna put up for your company growth? So, if you break down $1,500 after you put up everything, you walking away with $850, $900, and that's not no owner operator money. So my thing, ABC Trucking. Yeah, man. I was trying to figure out what's y'all payment package for owner operator. They be like, all right, well, we'll give you 75 cents per mile. I'm like, excuse me, sir, come again? Like, yeah, no. One dude said we'll give you 60 cents per mile, and we'll pay. Or no, it was like 75 cents per mile, and we'll pay for the fuel. So at first I'm like, this might work out in my best interest. Let me calculate this up. Okay, I do this many miles, and I add it up. Okay, and then you carry the two. You definitely got to carry that too. So I start adding it up. Like, okay, and then if I do 3,000 miles, I make like what? It was like 14, 1,500. I'm like, wait. So you're telling me if I get the best week, I'm gonna make $1,500. They was like, well, yeah, our drivers average in between 11 and 13. I'm like, so what do they put up to fix their truck at? Like, so like, you telling me you could pass a bill to keep the public safe because drivers are getting sleepy? You like, okay, you definitely got to make sure that the drivers are getting a proper amount of rest. You pass a bill to make the drivers accountable for fixing their truck. But you don't pass no bills to make these companies accountable for at least paying a driver this minimum amount. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. And I swear to God, I wish I had a bigger voice in the trucking community, because we would need to definitely boycott that. Like, man, listen. And then, okay, Another story. Got another story for you. Just bought your business course. Lots of info. Can't wait to dive in. You definitely gave good value. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, bro. I definitely appreciate your support. Thank you for that. But what y'all think about that? And I'm not trying to be like, oh no, anti-government stuff. I'm just saying, like, as an owner operator, it's absolutely nothing, no rules out here. I currently get paid 60 cents as a company driver, but that's low for an owner operator. But they say they was gonna pay for fuel. The name of the company is out of Fort Wayne. If you want to call them and ask them, because I don't make up stories. JAT, J-A-T, J-A-T out of Fort Wayne. And I asked them, like, man, what y'all? They was like, oh well, we pay about 60, 70 cents. I'm like, 60 cents. But we pay for fuel. I was like, oh. So I'm like, what do you put up for the truck? If we know that if you go into a freight line, a Volvo, a Kenworth, a Peterbilt, most likely your bill is going to be $1,000. Like, ain't no in between, ain't no maybe. You're going to pay $1,000 most likely. If you go in there, I got a little leak and it looked like my spring kind of loose. They gonna be like, oh, okay, well, just give me $1,000, and you know they might as well, because that's what it feel like. So like, when is that? Okay, then another thing. Let me tell you the story. I had my truck signed on to CRE, right? And I know y'all like, well, you know all this. Why would you be signed on to England? Because that's where I came from. It's like coming from the hood. You don't want to go back either. You know what I'm saying? So look, right? I got my truck signed on to CR England, and I'm riding through Utah. I never forget this day. And they lost their transponder. They lost their transponder. For the new people that don't know what the transponder is. It's this little device that if you got a decent safety rating, which means that your company is deemed safe through DOT, and your company scores is low, you could get a transponder. Well, when you driving past the scales, they will beep you and let you know you ain't even got to come in. We know y'all straight. We green light you, okay? So that's the transponder, right? So England sent out a notice about 2 or 3 months before this, and like, well, due to our safety rating going up, we lost our transponder. So we knew what it was, right? So we like, oh, okay, whatever. So we was getting pulled into every scale. So I swear to God, I get pulled into the scale. The guy pulls me around back. England, come around back. I'm like, damn it. If anybody a driver, those are the 3 words that you hate to hear when pulling through a scale. Come around back. See our England, come around back. All right, all right. Yeah, no problem. I'm DOT ready. Damn it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I get ready. I go around to the back. Now I'm thinking this guy about to inspect the hell out of me. And he was like, all right, he told me, and bring in your paperwork, your log books, and all that stuff. So I came in. I ain't had no log book because we was, electronic logs. And he was like, England, look, this is what's going on. Let me see your paperwork. I was like, here go my F, here go all my other stuff, blah, 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 this, that, and this. So everything was cool. So I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, all right, it ain't no problem, youngster. I was like, I appreciate it. He was like, well, I got something I want to ask you. I was like, what's that? He was like, do you know the company that you're riding with? Do you know their DOT score? I was like, no, I surely don't. I don't know they score. So he was like, so you're telling me you're riding with a company and you don't know why you're consistently being pulled into scales? I was like, no, I don't. Pre-pass is for new name transformer for the new drivers. Pre-pass is new name for transformer for the new drivers. Okay, transformers for the new drivers. Okay, cool. So I'm like, no, like they don't tell us nothing. They just said that we lost our, transponder, transformer or pre-pass. So he was like, no, your safety rating, the company's safety rating is at an all-time high. I was like, how high is that? So the dude, I swear to God, the dude, out the kindness of his heart, he was like, look, I'm going to give you this. Don't say where you got it from. I was like, all right. So he gave me a sheet of paper. I swear to God, it had England's DOT rating on it. A DOT rating goes from 0 to 100. 100 being the absolute worst. If 0 is Jesus, 100 is the devil. It's the damn devil, baby. It ain't nothing but the damn devil. You know what I'm saying? So look, right? Why their score was 100. I swear to you, on my child, their score was 100. I'm like, wait, ain't this the absolute worst that you could be? He was like, exactly. And I don't think that's fair for CR England to be sending drivers out knowing that they're more likely to be pulled in and inspected because of this number. So I'm like, wait, if I get a 75 as my score, every company is gonna treat me like like I wanted to say the Kevin Hart joke, but they gonna treat me like I'm nothing, nobody. Like, so wait, you telling me, wait, I get a 75, I call CR England, hello, yeah, CR England, what's going on? Yeah, I'm a great driver, I've been driving for years. Oh, okay, that sounds great, but I got a 75. Yeah, so what do you think I can start ordering? Hello, 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 CR, are you there, CR? So they hang up in your face for a 75, but they got 100. Wait, I'm not good enough.